Hello, it's Stencil Artisan, and it's a one-off special edition beer review show with my co-host for the evening, Statistical Zero. Hello, Stato.
So special. Hello.
So special. In the back room, we were saying, whatever happened to Pan Am? That
I don't
is a
know.
question. They were everywhere. Did they get taken over by American Airlines or something?
They had a board game and a TV show.
Did they?
Yeah, it's called Pan Am,
Yeah. Well, there you go.
the complete series.
What, and then once that completed, they just wrapped up the whole company and went, we're done now.
It's possible that would be a good way to go out.
Well, weirdly, I don't know if you get Peugeot cars in
It says
America.
they ceased operations in 1991.
1991. Wow.
Now I feel old.
See, I swear I remember it was the Pan Am building they used to put in every film.
What was that before 1991? You probably remembered all the movies before 1991. Like, maybe you're remembering Catch Me If You Can.
Maybe I am remembering Catch Me If You Can. I'm getting confused. Does it tearing open that can there in anger? Maybe I am getting confused with Catch Me If You Can and films that I thought Pan Am was in. Could that even be a thing?
Maybe.
Oh, we have a comment. Elada Schnelly.
Hi.
Hello, darling. Hello, darling. Oh, come on. Hold on a second. For some reason, my battery isn't charging up, so you have to bear with me while I just double check something. You can tell I haven't live streamed for a while. I'm a little bit rusty by live streaming by myself.
You're doing great.
Thank you, Stato. Commie Mark says, "Catch Me If You Can" is decent. It is a decent film, and it's a documentary actually, when you think about it.
Why? Because Tom Hanks actually had that job? Did he have that job?
Well, I don't know if Tom Hanks had that job of catching the guy, but it is a true story, isn't it? So it is actually a documentary.
Based on, I'm sure the guy didn't look like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, that would have been a hell of a coincidence. Imagine if they were like, well, this guy looks like this guy. We need somebody who looks like him. And they go, he looks exactly like Leonardo DiCaprio.
He probably looked more like Albert Finney.
Probably looked more like me, like a normal person.
Maybe.
So.
He didn't look like me, that's for sure.
Well, what, a cartoon bird in profile?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know. We don't know that. We do not know if that's not what they were going for. Then Leonardo DiCaprio came in, and they were, we're going to take this film in a completely different direction, away from a cartoon bird.
Maybe that was motion capture, and the bird did the motion capture. Never even thought about it. There's my representation.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're getting a bit Inception on this. So, without further ado, before we go completely off the rails on this show,
what do you got to drink to celebrate Yan's Day?
Well, we have Camden Marmite. The camera is now not going to focus.
Is that made in Camden?
It is actually made in Camden in London.
Okay.
So it's actually, the brewery is actually in one of the old storage areas of, I can't remember the name of the underground station. I want to say Kennington, but I'm not entirely certain about that. Old Street, sorry. It's Old Street Station, and they bought some of the old London Underground storage and put a brewery down there. So this is actually from Londinium.
Londinium sounds like a metal you made up.
It's what the Romans
Like
used to call it here.
like unobtainium.
Unobtainium, Londinium. It's mined in the London Underground.
Elda asked, "Do you like Marmite?"
Well, a very, very small amount. I mean, literally, you get the knife. But to anybody who doesn't know, Marmite is a yeast, dark tar-like substance which you put onto toast. It's got a very peculiar taste. You either love it or hate it. As Commie Mark says, Marmite is nice on Twiglets. Yeah, it is nice on Twiglets, but is it nice in a lager beer?
With
That
no
is the
hint of
question.
mango.
There will be no mango in this, and there will be
Oh.
no botanicals.
Oh,
So,
all right.
oh, it is.
Good sound.
It smells a bit like. It smells like Marmite.
Do you have some Twiglets to stir it with, or?
I always remember we had, you know, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I do, not personally.
You know Carlton, who was on it.
Sure.
Do you have the program I'm a Celebrity? Get me out of here.
Never heard of it.
It's where they put celebrities in the Australian jungle, and then they have to do.
Australia's got a jungle?
Yeah. They have a rainforest and everything.
Oh, I suppose they do.
Yorkshire Flat Cap says no thanks indeedo. So we're trying the Marmite, but they put the celebrities out there, and they had Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and they gave him a load of Twiglets, and he said it tastes like somebody had burnt some sticks and then shoved them up somebody else's ass. I love that somebody else's ass, not just some. It has to be somebody else's, can't be your own.
Sounds like an Amazon review.
It does, doesn't it? You can tell I've not done one of these for a while because that is terrible.
Yeah, but see, like, what is that called? The head?
Yeah.
Well, there's a stormtrooper head there too, because that's the designated head space.
It's almost like I did that on purpose. Oh god, it smells really bad.
Plug up and go for it.
It smells like it's got a slight ham smell to it.
It's got a ham smell to it.
Yes.
Did they put a whole sandwich in there then for you? It's kind of like Guinness, where it's a whole meal in there.
It smells a bit like if you had smoked ham.
Smoked ham beer.
Yeah.
Can I try it?
I've not tried it myself yet. Thank you very much.
Double review.
Well, he's got the antacids here. Should he need them?
Are you going with the little sip, or did you go big gulp?
Oh, is it really that rank?
Oh.
Is it rank?
I got it. This has got to be a good review.
The slight ham smell really comes through as the aftertaste.
Ham beer. Oh, it starts out with an aftertaste.
Yeah, I'm giving.
Oh my god, it's like ham hock.
It smells like ham.
When we've been to Belgium. Oh, am I going to really regret this?
Take a bigger drink than he did. Make him regret it.
Oh, that's really nice.
I don't know what the ham smell.
Whether
it's the ham smell to a beer.
You have to hold your nose as you drink it.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
It's the head.
It's salty. It's got a sort of weirdly, you could cook meat in that and it'd probably be really nice. It's got a bit of a Guinnessy flavour.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm going.
When you get past the ham smell, it's not actually too bad, but that it really does put you off.
That's a blurb for the can.
Once you get past the ham smell,
Yeah.
I can see.
You'd be in marketing with that.
Yeah, I think once you get past the ham smell, it tastes like
Salt, carbonated salt.
it does taste like carbonated salt, and oh god, it's really not.
This is not a finisher.
Well, they're all finishers, but
Are they though?
not always. To be honest with you, I've manned up before and said they were, and then not drunk them. But oh dear, this one is tough. This is tough. I got. Oh, I'm gonna
So
have to take a little break and go to the chat.
It's a winner with Charlie. She's talking
Charlie's
about
on-
cooking you dinner in it.
Yes, she said she really liked it, but she was like this.
Oh,
Yeah, just a little.
she's got to get that big gulp going there.
Mm.
Mm.
And there's Scotsman TV says, once you get past the ham smell,
That's the line of the show right there.
that is. Oh dear. But Cubby Mark
Starting off a
said,
bang.
beef beer maybe, ham beer is less attractive. Probably ham beer is not so as attractive to the Muslims, I would say, but there may be other problems with that as well. So, oh, it's flat as well, completely flat. I know you're a fan of your fizzy water.
Mm. Yeah, flat water's the worst. I mean,
It's
what do you
very
do with that?
boring. Well, there's fish in flat water.
Yeah, that's true. Don't make it awkward.
You're not going to drink that. I don't mind fizzy water. Oh,
Flat ham juice. Oh, this is great.
I have to say, once the head has gone down and the beginning waft has gone away, the ham smell has gone away. Like we say, once you got through the ham smell.
So this is the kind of drink you'd like nurse and not, like if you don't want to get drunk, you'll order yourself a ham beer.
Yeah, maybe this is the new idea. Maybe this is the new drink driving. They're going to make every drink smell like ham.
People do like bacon. There's got to be a bacon beer.
Well, weirdly, if I read that once, Tommy Mark said he once had bacon vodka.
It's like potatoes and bacon.
Potato. You put an egg in there, and you've got a pretty good dinner, really. So
it'll F you up.
Oh god.
You're just kind of getting used to it, or you're already getting drunk, so it's just not seeming as bad. Do you have a trash can nearby in case for good TV?
It creeps up on you. You think to yourself, it's not actually that bad, and then it kind of comes back at you.
Well, wait until you start burping.
Oh.
And you recycle some of that.
That was that's the ham police phoning me up. That beep was
ham police.
The ham police.
That's the bacon.
Yeah, the bacon. Oh, I couldn't drink. This is definitely a one canner, if that. I'm not even.
If that.
Oh, it's.
That's one to water the sink with.
Yeah, I don't even know if the sink would want this. It's not. It's very dark, as you can see.
Yeah, I can't even see through it. It's like soy sauce, for goodness sake.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's soy sauce in this. Just to annoy me a little bit.
Just for color.
Oh, we haven't done the usual, the indie beer review, where we have a look at the can. But because we've changed the bulb in here, we've now got this kind of
It's like a sunlight.
No, we've got this
Oh.
humongous bulb, so now we can have this dramatic. The budget on this
Oh,
show is
man.
doubled.
I feel like you should be doing like some sort of a noir kind of. And that's what I said, sweetheart. It tastes like bacon. Bacon was what I was drinking.
It's I won't show you the bulb because it'll burn everybody's retinas out. It's so bright. I have to scour away from it. It says, Christ, it's so bright, it's blinding. Does it? What voice should I do? Should I read this in?
Can you do a Michael Caine?
There's a beer yeast in Marmite. No, I can't. He's got a very different cadence when he talks. There's a beer yeast in Marmite, and there's Marmite in this beer. I'm going a bit South African there. Brewed with pebble hops, same as classic Bell's Lager. We added real Marmite along with toasted Pilsner and Munich malt for a smoky, ready balance. So whatever you love or hate it, it works for you just as well as Marmite on toast. It does taste like Marmite on toast with ham. And that sounds even more, really not liking this.
So is this a cooking instrument for you now, or is it just like a keep it out of the house? Try like soaking something in it, like a steak or something?
Well, her indoors did say that that she would cook with it, but I can't see how anybody would cook with that.
You could do a beer review part 2 where you combine it with some sort of a food. Got my Marmite soup.
Marmite soup. Just reduce it down. Take a pint, reduce it down to half a pint so it's nice and slurpy.
Put some carrots in there, some meat.
Yeah. That shadow looks like the arm of a knife killer about to whack you. That is true.
At this moment, I don't think he'd mind.
You think it's getting better, and then it's just really gloopy as well.
Yeah. It's nice coating on the glass.
Yeah.
Put some in a Yorkshire pudding.
Which is have you had Yorkshire pudding before, Stato?
I haven't.
It's how can I explain it? It's eggs, milk, a bit of butter, the traditional things you'd have, and then you put it in oil, very hot oil in the oven, and it rises up with raisin flour. It rises up to be these great big kind of very light things, and you have it with potatoes, carrots, pork, gammon, beef for a Sunday. Or if you really, really like, some people do huge ones, the size of a plate, and then they pour gravy into it, our gravy, not your gravy, and then put sausages, carrots, potatoes inside it, so it's like a hat filled up with food. Probably the best way of that's my best description.
Jay Jolison just arrived. You missed him drinking his ham beer.
Yes.
Wow.
We've managed to get through the ham smell, and that this beer has got a considerably hammy smell to it for some reason. Do not breathe in. Oh, do not breathe in whilst having the glass near your face.
So this is a no for you, huh? You're gonna have to not Definitely. Give it the Yan seal of approval. You don't have anything you can swish your mouth out? Some nice mango beer?
I normally have something with mango in it, but not this time. It's just very, very heavy as well. and it just, yeah. Oh, we're getting through it though.
God bless you. I got it in my oh.
Oh, Tommy Mark says perfect opportunity to settle the toad in the hole debate.
What toad in the hole debate?
Toad in the hole is when we use Yorkshire batter, well, Yorkshire pudding, and well, there you go.
Yorkshire.
York-
Yorkshire.
It should really be Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The Yorkshire. Anyway, we're getting slightly off. I can't even remember what I was saying now. All I can smell now is ham, and it's upsetting me.
It was the debate. You were talking about
Oh
the
yes,
debate.
yes. So some people call it toad in the hole.
Mm.
Some people call it sausage toad.
Sausage toad.
Now, effectively, what you do, you cook up some sausages.
Sure.
You put them in a pan with the Yorkshire pudding batter, and so it raises up. So now you've got sausages embedded into the Yorkshire pudding batter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that is the toad in the hole debate that Mark was talking about. I have no idea otherwise. So, oh God, stop breathing in when you bring the glass up to your face, Ian. Why do you keep doing this?
You're used to pleasant smelling beers.
I'm used to that mango.
Keep some of these around for punishment. You done me wrong. Drink this. Oh, beer yet? Yep.
Yes, this is. I miss the days of the botanicals, personally. Do you remember that time when I thought everything tasted of mangoes, and then I realised my vape was mango flavour?
Yes.
Hey,
It's like, wait a minute. If only you had that mango flavor now.
I know. I needed that mango in my life.
Jay Dollarsign says you're actually liking the smell and want ham.
No, I'm not liking the smell.
Hmm.
Imagine smelling honey glazed ham with Marmite and beer at the same time. It's not great.
Remember the time? It was like one time.
It was about 6 weeks. It was about 6 weeks, Mark.
Kind of reminds me of the Chris Farley show. Do you remember that? Paul McCartney's on there. You remember the time you were in the Beatles? That's awesome.
Remember the time you were in the Beatles? I watched Toast of London. Have you seen that?
That's with the one guy that was in IT Crowd, right? Father. Yeah.
Yes, with the voice.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
I
watched some of that.
He's got Clem Fandango, so every time he goes into the recording studio. Hi, it's Clem Fandango.
I know who you bloody are.
Yeah, exactly. You say it every time.
Push the button down.
And then he goes, it's Clem Fandango. I know you're Clem Fandango.
What we need from you is what? I can't hear you. What? Yeah, that was great. We're gonna read the Bible. Yeah, I remember that show.
I might start doing that at work. Just everywhere I go, just go, hi, it's Clem Fandango. But every question I go, yeah, hi, it's Clem Fandango. Can you turn it off and turn it back on again? Yeah, I've done that. Hi, it's Clem Fandango. Can you check to see your set? Why do you keep that?
Yeah, I also saw him on what was it? It was Year of the Rabbit. Did you ever see that?
Yes.
There's this point where he's got to teach some guy with a posh accent how to speak Cockney. how to turn into a Cockney, and like they went through this entire like regimen and stuff like that. And I was wondering if if Charlie ever what she thought of that when they was like, make the Cockney noises.
She's in the other room. It's probably for the best. You know what she gets like. There'd be effing and jeffing. We know that.
Oh man, you got to be able to say it's done.
I'm struggling with this. I have to say.
I'm taking pity on you.
I think this is the worst one. What was that other one which was really bad?
Was that the one with the giant like van art on the can?
Oh, that humongous can, wasn't it? It was like it was like it's huge. And it didn't have like airbrushed like Viking, like you say, van art on the can.
Right. Hoping that would work.
It had like pixies and like fairies on it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, everything. They just threw it all in there. Commie Mark likes my Matt Berry impression. Thanks, Commie Mark.
Matt Berry. I'm just trying to figure out what else happened. He's in the new stuff. He's in the Boba Fett as the
Is he?
Yeah, as the robot.
Oh,
you know the robot in Return of the Jedi when they go down into Jabba's palace, and there's one robot turning another robot upside down, and they're going to burn his feet, torture the robot.
Yep.
The white kind of very skeleton-looking robot.
That they made him that man.
Yes, he talks like this.
I always thought it was funny. Like he's incredibly funny, but when you listen to him in interviews, like he's one of those people that like takes it very seriously. So you get some people that are just they like to be funny, like say like Graham Norton or somebody like that, and then you've got like Matt Berry, who's like more your Steve Martin kind of comedy is serious.
Yes, it's about the trade. I don't know why I sounded like. It's the trade, you know, Clem Fandango.
I'm going to drink my ham beer now.
I'm going to drink my ham beer. Oh, God, it still smells of ham. I don't know if this has been a classic indie beer review show, to be honest with you.
I think it's been, watching you struggle is just, I feel bad for you, but good. Hey, look at that.
Oh. I feel I achieved something today.
Got that. You finished your sandwich in a can. Got that done.
Why would you ever do that to somebody?
Lunchbox in a can. That's what I'll call it.
Oh.
Are you crying? Is it from happiness or pain?
Once you've breathed through the ham, once you got through the ham smell, it is a very flat, dark ale, which leaves a very strange aftertaste.
I wonder how many situations start with once you get through the ham smell.
Not many, I would suggest. Oh dear, that was something. How
do you feel?
I don't feel too bad. I don't know if I could drink another one of them.
I certainly don't think they're going to come to you for a sponsorship.
Well, it's meant to be a special edition one-off kind of thing, but it seems to have hung around a long time. I can see why it's not rushing off the shelves.
Oh, is it like a clearance? Did you get it like a discount?
It's out of date. Let me check the date on it.
It tastes lovely until it crosses the date.
This is where I turn the can upside down and dribble it onto the computer. Oh my God, it's almost is out of date, 31st of March.
Oh, that's not that bad. It's February. February.
A month to go.
Yeah.
To go to the third date.
What's usually a fresh beer? Like a couple of months? A year? How far do they brew those out?
I'm sure it's probably on a couple of months. Have we got a bot in the chat?
Oh boy.
Should I get rid of that one?
That means you've made it.
I know.
Already on it.
You on it, or do you want me to do it?
Got it.
Ah, there we go. But
the bot was even wondering how you like that beer.
Heck
of a homecoming.
Why is there bots on YouTube? I don't understand. What is there? They don't even put out an advert to something.
Well, this one's Sister 19 LOL online. That's the first one I've seen that's like intelligible. The rest of them were like XQZW. That. Have you tried Swizzle's drumstick chocolate bar? It's so bad they reduced it to 19p at B&M.
That sounds even worse than what I've just drunk.
Swizzles. Interesting.
Drumstick chocolate bar. I think I have seen that. The drumstick, you know, those little, they're like a chewy kind of on a stick, almost like a toffee.
It's like a waffle. Well, we got like waffle cones over here that are like drumstick.
And they're awful.
You don't like them?
No, they're all right as that, but then they put them into chocolate. Which I think they're just trying to stick anything into anything else.
Yeah, nothing goes to waste.
Exactly.
Like that Trinky drink is probably people.
Wow, interesting. You know, Soylent Green, it was dated for 2022.
Yep.
So we're already in Soylent Green time now.
Delicious. A little salty.
Yeah, but it's always old people.
It's always old people? No. Now this is modern times. Anybody can get in on that. There's lots of people that don't like each other out there. Any one of them can sell them up to the Soylent.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's a brave new world.
That's Aldous
Huxley.
Oh, yes, there we go. Thank you.
Bring a little culture up in here.
See, we could do a really posh show instead of doing these idiotic beer shows. We could actually do something which is about people actually reading literature. We'd probably get one person watching instead of two.
Literature. You're talking about those books without pictures.
Yeah, like the dictionary.
Like not even on the cover. You know what? That's the interesting thing about the dictionary. If you read that, technically, you read pretty much all books.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Wait a second. The door is ajar? What?
The door is ajar. Whoa. So I'm getting terrible burps now from.
Oh, I told you.
I don't think this was a good idea. Yeah, I now remember why I stopped doing these shows.
J Bomber
Sorry.
Needs more beer and fart jokes.
Well, we did just drink. You showed up too late for the Camden Marmite, which had a ham taste and a very dark, not very nice. I can feel it inside my stomach, and it's not sitting well. Literature, the British way of saying story. That's true. That is very true.
So you're just gonna like go into a fetal position after you click just off to a nice corner somewhere and just be like, "What have I done?"
I think I might be all right. Do you want to hang on for a little? Are you okay for a little bit? And I'll just go get a regular beer.
Yeah.
Do you just entertain the well? It's probably
of
just
course
the two bots which are watching us from China.
J Bomb and Fancy is the sponsor. He drank this Marmite flavored beer that as soon as he poured it, he noticed it smelled like ham. And then he started to drink it, and he was complaining the entire time that it tasted like ham. But he finished it. Oh, no. I can feel it inside my stomach, and it's not sitting well. God, the number of times I've heard the ladies say that. Hey-o. Oh. Looks like he's got his regular beer.
The wine cellar.
Oh.
Which means I had to go into the other room because we live in a flat. So
That sounds fancier the way you just did it.
Over dinner, we were watching Friends, and it was the one where they have their Monica and Phoebe. They have a friend who's actually Stifler's mum in another universe.
No. Okay.
And for some reason they go, "Oh, she's so obnoxious." She starts talking in a British accent, and she goes, "Phone me on my mobile." And they're like, "It's a cell phone. Why does she keep saying mobile phone?"
What was that? Patricia Scott?
Yes.
Yes. Patricia
Yes.
and
Stifler's mum.
Yeah. Haven't seen her on anything lately. Not that I really go looking.
She was on. So I'm now drinking a regular Carlsberg, which is a Danish beer. It's a Dutch Pilsner.
So does it taste like a pastry?
No, it's a Dutch Pilsner. So it's a German style beer. It's just very light, fizzy. It's quite difficult to make a lager compared to an IPA. As J Barn fan says, is it Brit IPA or craft? That one was a craft Camden. Actually, it's actually brewed in London, the Camden beer. The Carlsberg, which is just what you would get from a shop, is a lager, because to make IPA is actually quite easy. Indian Pale Ale, which a lot of Americans have as a drink, which most people drink actually. You can make vast amounts of it, but to make Dutch Pilsner is it has to be more filtered, and for some reason they use fish skin.
It seems like an old way to do it.
But that's why, weirdly, vegans have got this weird thing about beer. They can only drink certain types of beer because they use fish skin to filter it.
Interesting.
So my question for that is, do they buy fish, skin them somehow, and then throw the rest away, or do they take the skin from butchers? Is it butchers for fish?
Yeah, they do fish.
Do they?
Fishermen? Yeah, I would think they sell fish. It's meat.
Fishmonger, surely.
JBO fan Cecil sponsor does not like vegans.
Fuck vegans. F vegans.
Can't say.
I can't look where I was going with this. Yes,
talking about
so
yeah.
So they take the fish skin, spread it out, and then they filter it through, and that takes all the byproducts out, and that's how they make it that color. You know, like Budweiser,
right?
That kind of color. But to do that, it takes a lot of processes to get there, a lot of filtration. Where with IPA, you just literally put it in a big bucket or whatever you want to use, and then it sits there and then it ferments itself, but you don't have to filter it through so many times. So it's actually, to make a cheap lager, so to speak, actually takes a lot more work than making a very expensive IPA.
That's how it goes. So now remind me, what is your rating system as far as a beer goes? Like, is it like, I'll finish it, I'll buy it again, I won't finish it, it's going in the garbage?
It used to be how many cans I reckon I could drink in a night, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Most of them were. It started off as unfinishable. I'll finish it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a hard push. On that one, I have to say that was a hard push through. That would normally be, if I wasn't trying to impress my friends, I would have probably not finished that off. So I'm still feeling that compared to this.
There you go. You're gonna have a few of those to get that out of your system.
Well, yeah, but not too many because I've got to go to work tomorrow. So, so it's been, yes, you know how it is.
What you want to do is you want to take a beer and then some water, 2 straws, right by the toilet. Drink that, filter it out in real time. No problem.
Done and done.
Done and done. Get it out of your system real quick. Or just, have a mint or something like that. Get that taste out of your mouth.
But the problem is, it's got that beer. It's quite burpy as well. So there's multiple issues going on with that beer. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've heard Stato though. Are you streaming on anything else this week?
What's that?
Are you streaming on anything else this week?
Not to my knowledge. Woolie's off for a couple of weeks. He's finishing the book and stuff like that. So we're taking a little bit of a breather. And I guess I'll be laying on my floor staring at the ceiling. What's your record?
J Bomb says his record is 16 bloody. What is that, pints, or is that what size? That's because if they're like little beers, probably not 16. Mine's probably. I think I once drunk this size can, which is, there you go. For example, probably had about six of these, and that's about me done. For that type of thing. Yeah, so yeah, Woolie's off, isn't he, for a couple of weeks doing his he's got other things to do. He's drawing, I believe.
Yeah, he's catching it all up, getting it all done.
Yeah.
It's the serving Disney gives. What does that mean? Like, what does a Disney beer look like?
That almost goes back to our question about Pan Am earlier.
Disney beer.
A Disney beer. What beer do they serve? Is a Disney beer a Disney beer, as in beer by Disney?
It'll get you drunk. Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
At $15, like a shot, I'm
It's not going to be cheap, is it? It's going to be super expensive.
These look like just regular bottles. Oh, about a full Solo cup.
Han Solo or?
That's interesting. That's a good question. Han Solo cup.
Imagine. So they get a crate of bottles in, and they get them in for what, $1 each, probably 50 cents each. And that transition through into Disneyland quadruples the price before it's even got to the bar, would you say?
Well, they do like their markups.
And then by the time it actually gets to you, it's going to be $10, I reckon.
At least. Easy.
I once went years ago. This was when I used to drive, when you used to be able to drive into central London without being charged for low emission zones, congestion zones, and you used to be able to park without your vehicle being towed away constantly. On a night out, we drove all the way up to the central London and went to Fabric, which was a nightclub. And because I was driving, I just wanted to have a bottle of beer, and then we're going to be there for the evening. So I was like, I'll just have a beer to loosen me up a bit. And I said, just really, really loud. I went, one beer. She went, she went, and I went, no, I only want one. And she went, it is for one. Like, where anywhere else back then, it would have probably been about £2. It was 5 times more expensive than anywhere else.
Look at this COVID Kev. The most rotten beer I had was called Witch's Tit from Witherspoon in Burnley, which I puked in on my aunt's garden. It killed the grass and it never grew back. It sounds like the beginning of a Blumhouse movie.
And that's where the zombies came from.
Yeah. And J Bombas fans' beer was all on tap.
Well, if it's on tap, it probably was one of these then. So if he's had, what was it, 16, did he say?
Yep.
That's a lot.
It's not a bad day's work.
What is that, 2 gallons? Is that 2 gallons?
Well, you got to get your liquids.
That's quite an... one thing I have noticed, to go away from beer slightly, I went to the petrol station and fill up the car. Over here, we do it in metric, not in imperial, as yourselves do, even though we invented imperial measurements. But that's another
don't
story.
say it like that. That's okay.
It's another... I'm still angry that we don't use imperial, even though we invented imperial measurements. European Union. It's now £1.49 a litre, which is the equivalent of about $2.20. So that would make it roughly $11 or $12 a gallon.
Yeah, we're sitting around $3.50, $3.60 a gallon around where I am.
Yeah, it's the price is unbelievable at the minute.
You're gonna have to get one of those little Vespas, like the beep 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 beep, like little. Yeah, exactly.
Ring, like Crazy Frog.
Yeah, that's right. And refer to it as your hog.
My hog. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my hog. Ring ding 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 ding. Ring ding 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 ding.
Charlie's gonna be so impressed.
Well, when I take her to work in the rain, she's gonna love that.
That's gonna be romantic. They do that kind of thing in movies all the time, and they seem to love it.
Didn't they do that in oh? See, this is popular. This is recent pop culture for you. Wasn't that Breakfast in Tiffany's? Wasn't it?
I don't remember them taking a Vespa in the rain.
Was it not, or was it in something? One of them in Rome.
Oh, is that Tom Hanks movie?
No, not Tom Hanks. From the 1950s.
Oh, with now you got me thinking. What's this? Candle? Roman Candle?
Roman Candle? Roman Holiday?
Roman Holiday, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Gregory
See, we're done with the kids. We know what the kids watch these days.
That's right.
Yeah, for real.
I think that was Audrey Hepburn's first movie.
See, I find with myself, as I get older, it's the right person, but it's normally in the wrong film.
What do you mean?
So when somebody asks me something, I'll go, oh, yeah, that person was in Thingamabob. And they go, yeah, but that's the wrong film you're trying to reference. As in, just an example, the other day, somebody was asking me about Ben Affleck. And I said to him, he was in Sum of All Fears.
Sure.
But I didn't mean Ben Affleck. I mean Harrison Ford.
Right. Well, he was in the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other. Yeah.
So I was in the right genre.
You
Just the
were
wrong
thinking
actor.
character.
Yeah.
He was in Some of All Fears. Affleck was.
He was, wasn't he? Ben Affleck was in some.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was Patriot Games and what was the other one? Patriot Games, Jack Ryan. It was Patriot Games and bloody heck, I have them both too. Dang it!
They're good films as well.
Clear and Present Danger.
Danger.
Yeah, that's the one. And then Hunt for Red October and well, Jack Ryan.
Yeah. To quickly go to the chat.
Bomb offenses. I have an idea.
Oh. Earthquake and Jay Barmer says, I have an idea. CG Epcot for the Fan Fest drinking around the world. That's a very good idea. You're going to have to help me here, Stato. Epcot, is that Florida?
Yes. Yes, it's around Disney World.
My confession is I've only ever been to Las Vegas in America.
Oh, that's okay. I haven't left my state in 20 years. I don't know. I don't travel much.
You don't migrate for the winter?
No, I liked winter. Okay, it's nice.
I'm just trying to keep the character going as a fictional cartoon bird.
No, I'm one of those snowbird winter quiet. I stick around. He's getting a tree. We nested up.
Like those pigeons.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go with those guys. Those guys are jerks.
We've had the starlings over here, and they're in their murmurings.
Whoa, Scott, you okay, Scotsman? He said we're in Southern California. They just had a shaker.
Wow.
Like an actual earthquake he's having.
Are you okay there?
Hope all is well.
How long ago was that?
It's
been 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
If he doesn't reply in another 5 minutes, we'll have to contact Peter Sametti because he's the only person I know who still lives in California.
Peter Sametti, he's on East Coast.
Well, then Scotsman is really in problems now. Give me somebody else who lives in Cali.
Gabe lives in California, I think.
Yeah. Does he?
Yeah.
Artie Bear left.
Yep, he buggered off. All good. It was just a baby. Looked around and didn't even get out of my seat. He's probably a 5.4 and he's just that tough. He's just like, I've seen worse.
Yeah, he's on the porch in a rocking chair. As everywhere's like on fire. He's just like been here before.
Yeah. Just another day.
Joe Barber fan. Anna's in California.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if she. California's weird because the weird thing is with. I'm going to sound like a complete and utter British person here. The strange thing about America is it's so large.
It is. Really, that's a very astute observation.
Because California is actually bigger than the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas is absolutely... You forget how large some of these states are. Texas is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And...
not to be confused with Rhode Island, which is very small.
Yes, which is strange. Well, you would... Well, one's called Texas and one's called Rhode Island, so...
Well, some people couldn't pick them out of a lineup. So, I mean, just saying, this is 2022. Scotsman says, been in Cali my whole life. Takes more than an earth fart to shake me. Attaboy.
Is it worth, as a question, if you lived in California? I'm assuming that's one of the most. Well, New York's the most expensive place to live in America. I'm guessing.
It's pretty close, yeah. Well, I'm trying to think because Alaska, because of the shipping, everything's like $2-3 more expensive. But
Yeah.
like in the cities, I mean, things are just naturally more expensive, anyways. So that might be. It's true. Rhode Island is not an island.
Is it not?
No.
Why is it called Island then?
I think maybe someone lost a bet.
Or is it Rhode?
Hawaii is expensive too, yeah.
Hawaii, yeah, I was going to say, because everything has to be shipped in, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I lived in Alaska for a little bit, and everything's like $4 more expensive than it is some like regular, because the shipping's crazy.
Is that because Alaska's not actually connected to the rest of America?
Yeah, they got to go either through ports or through Canada, and then plane. They got some places where I lived. It was like on a coast part, so they had to have planes fly stuff in because it was a little fishing village, or bring it in through a boat. Yeah.
So you could have been Russian, because it was originally owned by the Russians, wasn't it, Alaska?
Well, I mean, I wasn't in any hurry.
Imagine how different. When did the Russians buy Alaska?
When did the Russians buy the Alaska?
Sorry, when did Russia sell Alaska to America?
What
was that 19? It's got to be before
1859.
And it was cheap, I believe. I believe you guys got like a bargain there.
7.2 million.
Well, that seems quite cheap to me, but back then that's quite a lot of money.
There's not much on there. Just vampires and stuff, no big deal.
Yeah, when the 30 days a night happens.
Yeah.
I've never been. Yeah, I find Alaska quite an interesting place. I don't know. Well, you could tell me if it's an interesting place or not, because I'm guessing it in the winter it is very harsh.
It can be. Yeah. Sometimes, it's not too bad. Other times I think when I was there, of course, it was around like kindergarten, first grade. I want to say the lowest I remember my parents talking about was like -87 with wind chill. That was a rare thing, but it happened. Of course, it was still, like warmer. Some of the warmest Alaska got, because it was like way down in Bristol Bay on like the southern area. It's not like up north where, it gets really cold. But yeah, it was really weird being a kid in that time, because you get like in the summer you get like 4 hours of dusk, and then in the winter you get 4 hours of like dawn, and then it plunges back into darkness for like 6 months.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You're so far to the top of the world that it's either pure. I was just trying to think. Is it Sweden where they literally get the top of? No, it wouldn't be Sweden. It'd be Norway, probably. The top of Norway and Iceland. In the summer, it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's like it's midday.
Yeah. Yeah, we around. I want to say it was around from like 11 to 1, or 10:30 to 1 or something. It would be like the sun would just start to rise, and it would be like like on a summer's day, like 5 a.m, so right when it's starting to rise. You don't quite see it, and then it's gone. Sorry, I saw you get. And then in the winter, or in the summer, around 1 o'clock to 3 or 1 o'clock to 4, it starts to go down, and it's just like the sun's just about to go away. Nope, it's come back. There you go.
Guys.
Oh yeah, it was really confusing time.
It
must go to sleep for school. It's still light out. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's like it's been light all day. What do I do now? And then in the winter, it'd be okay. Go to school. It's dark. Be at school. It's dark.
Yeah.
Lunchtime. Yeah.
You just draw the blinds. Yeah, they had just huge floodlights for the playground. Like they lit the playground up with all these giant floodlights, so kids could still go outside.
In the freezing cold.
Well, when it wasn't too cold. When it was really cold, of course, we just stay inside. But yeah, bundle up and go outside for half an hour. Yeah,
Wow.
that's how it was. We was tough.
Well, and now look at you. You moved, and now you're like, no, I'm very happy here. I'm never moving ever again.
Yeah, it's just the process of moving sucks. That,
Yeah.
I don't really travel.
You don't. Well, this is the thing. People always go on about Americans like, oh, look, Americans don't have a passport and all of this. You guys don't need passports.
Not really.
You can go skiing.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the beach. You can go surfing. You can go to the desert.
We've got Google.
You've got Google. You can go to the prairies. You can go mountain climbing. You've got every part of every other country is in your country. You don't need to go anywhere else.
I've heard this one lady that I work with, she went to Ireland and she found it a little bit disappointing. Pretty country, but she's like, it looked just like Montana. I could have just gone to Montana. Just saved a bunch of money and went to Montana.
Well, exactly. This is the thing. It's like,
see you later, Jay. I'm a fan. Sorry to interrupt.
See you later. Goodbye. Good hanging out. This is what always annoys me, especially in being in the UK. You get a lot of people who are like, oh, well, why don't people? They're all about being cultured and traveling. Not everybody wants to travel because traveling is a real ball ache and it's a hassle. So if you don't need to, if you can go you can go to Las Vegas for one thing. You can go to Los Angeles. Right? Sorry?
Hookers, right?
Well, poker and partying and whatever. Like you would be if you were in Ibiza or in Magaluf. And then you can go skiing in the mountains, or you can go to Florida, or you can go to I don't know, Disneyland, 2 Disneyland parks. You've got so much there. You don't need a passport.
Seems awfully ambitious. I'm used to like going to the kitchen, going to the bathroom, going to the front yard.
You can go to the petrol station, Stato.
Yeah. I got get a pizza somewhere. Got like 4 of them in town.
Yeah.
Lots of choices.
So even me saying petrol station probably makes you feel a bit funny.
No, I've heard it before. I watch me some BBC. Yep.
It's when it's very strange when people say gasoline. I'm like, what?
Gas station. Now, are you a traveler? Do you like traveling? I believe Charlie likes traveling.
We go to Belgium quite often because where we live, strangely enough, we've moved out of the inner city to the outskirts because purely down to cost.
Yep.
And where we are now, we're with the motorway and the high-speed trains that we have now. Now we have these trains, we can go anywhere we want. Have you had the wonder of trains? Sorry. Now we can. It's easier for us to get to France and to Belgium than it is to go to any other city in the UK other than London.
So you like to get on a train and just go somewhere for a while?
We could get on the Eurostar. And you could be in Paris in probably an hour and a half.
Do you like traveling that way?
I've done quite a lot of traveling, especially around Europe. I've been to probably almost, apart from, I've been to Italy for skiing, but I've not really been to Italy.
Mm.
I've been to pretty much every other country in Europe, Australia, places like that. I don't mind it, but as I'm getting older,
Yeah.
I like a bit more comfort.
Mm.
Because it used to be fun getting on a train and then getting to somewhere and you're like, I have no idea where I'm staying. I'm going to stay at a hostel, and you're in this room with 25 bunk beds, and you got some random nut job in the corner doing God knows what, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get murdered tonight.
That sounds horrifying.
Yes. And now I'm like, is there a nice hotel with a nice comfy bed?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel these days about things. But back in the day, I used to. I've been. No. I mean, all over. I've been Spain, a lot of Spain, a lot of France, Germany,
What's your favorite?
Greece. What place or?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, I liked Perth in Australia. Really, really liked Perth in Australia.
Hmm.
But they've still got this weird kind of prison colony thing going on there. The mentality, they're very much like it's 30 and
Bars on all the hotel windows, right?
Yes, and there's signs everywhere.
Oh wow.
Do not do this. Do not do that.
Wow.
You go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, you get a parking ticket. You get a speeding ticket. Sorry,
I guess I expect no less.
Literally 1 mile an hour. They're like, bomp, got you. There's signs up saying no loud exhaust pipes here, or no drinking in the street, no smoking here, no smoking there. And I'm thinking, just let people do what people do, because they're going to get to a stage where they're just going to erupt. But yeah, it's quite. But Perth is very, very nice. I did like Perth. Berlin.
You're saying you didn't take it personally.
To be honest, I just did what I always do. I just carry on doing what I do until I get thrown out of somewhere. So when I used to smoke, which I don't because now I've got one of these silly things, I just used to sit in the pub smoking this until somebody told me to get out. So, and I do that over here as well. I don't, if people ask me politely to stop doing something, I'll stop doing it. When somebody says, you've got to stop doing this, I'm like, well, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm very much kind of, if you ask me nicely, I'll go, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of, you must do this, not so much. But anyway, Berlin, if you get the chance, you would love Berlin. Berlin's probably it's very, very hot in the summer. Really hot in the summer. It's like being in the Mediterranean. It's that warm. It's like a proper summer holiday. So hold on. COVID Kev says, my wife is nagging to go travelling and wants to go see Auschwitz. Well, that's a happy place to go to. I really bloody need to see that after 2 years of lockdown. Yes, I can understand that, COVID Kev. Walk round Birkenau after being interned for 2 years.
So would you you got a place that you didn't really care for? You go to this place and you're like, it's not for me. I'll probably never come back to this place again.
Probably Magaluf, which is a party place. It was, you go there and it's where, if you're between the age of 18 and 24, you go there to party. it's the only place I've ever known where the KFC and the McDonald's
Or 90
is
proof?
no, what they are, it's just a hatch. So you talk to the person, they put your food through the small grill at the bottom of the
Oh.
bulletproof perspex,
Oh, weird.
and then you have to sit outside. It is not. You do not feel safe when you are there. Let's say that.
No. Holy cow.
Because everybody is drunk on drugs, and it's just on it. It's not a nice feeling.
Feel a little awkward then.
Yeah. What about you? Have you ever? I know you've not traveled for a while. What about you?
Let's see. Last few years, most of it's just been around the state. I tend to live in my head a lot. I tend to, like, be at the desk. Drawing is good enough for me. My wife's gone all over the place. She's gone to like Colorado, Florida, California, Missouri, Wisconsin, kinds of places. Yeah, she loves traveling.
Is she doing that thing where you collect something from every state? You know, like a bookmark or a fridge magnet?
She'd love to. Well, when she goes, it's to do some sort of a race, because she does like marathons or ultra marathons. So she gets like a little medal, a T-shirt, maybe a cup.
Well, she should. That's actually a great target to aim for. Get one from every 50 states.
We live in the time of the internet. I could just order that stuff.
Yeah,
I know this came from Florida.
It's not the same.
I'll watch a couple YouTube videos on like a tour of the city. Like, yeah, it's totally there. Totally there. I felt it.
You go on Instagram.
I feel like I'm in London right now.
You've seen a picture of the Queen. You don't need to come in now.
It's like I know her.
Yeah. You've seen her house where she lives. That's all you need to do.
It's all right.
It's all right. Yeah. It's got good parking.
A little big.
Imagine the electric and gas bill for that place. Wow.
A little drafty. It's not for me.
Not for you, is it? At least you can ride your scooter though inside. What we were talking about earlier.
You can ride one of those inside?
Oh, I reckon you could. I don't know if you're allowed. You wouldn't
get tackled by one of those guys with big hats?
Well, yes, yeah. I'm saying you could. I'm not saying I'm not saying you should.
Just see if you can catch me. Me.
Sir, you don't actually have a scooter. You're just going ring.
It's getting up to 2 million. Got like the Monty Python kind of thing. You just got a little bike bell, ching as you go running through.
You got somebody behind you instead of coconuts. They're going ring.
You'd be more famous than the guy that runs onto the football field. The fan that gets tackled by somebody.
Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, we've been going on for an hour and 15 minutes.
Has the taste left your mouth?
It
Beer
has.
taste, the ham taste. That's good.
So I think we will call it a night because we're down to 2 viewers.
Beautiful. And thank you to those 2 viewers.
One of them's probably the CIA, and the other one's probably the KGB.
Oh, fighting it out.
Seeing what Britain and America's. Yeah. Okay, right. Oh, we have another bot.
Heck yeah. Thanks for joining, bot.
Thanks, bot.
Good night, COVID Kev. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, good night, COVID Kev. Thank you very much. See you later. It's been like I say, I've not done one of these for a while, and I think I'm doing the.
Oh, hey, Scotsman.
Oh, hello, Scotsman.
Still here. Have a great night.
Thanks, Scotsman. See you later. I'm doing the CGUK show. on Wednesday, so I thought I'd best get a bit of practice in.
Oh, it's on your channel.
Yes, because Woolly's not here, and we were trying to push Woolly's channel up, so I'm in charge. So it's going to be a disaster, as it always is when I ever host. Normally, something goes terribly wrong.
Well, I saw the last one.
Yeah.
I got a good laugh out of that.
Well, when Jim had his how can I word it? It was an hour therapy of Jim talking about his Land Rover breaking down.
I really like the opening when you guys were just like going. It's like, wait, we're live. Oh no, stop the countdown.
I think what happened is I've worked this out. If you're ever going to do a live stream, anybody still watching, top tip for you: before you do a live stream, do a restart of your machine. Because for some reason, if there's any kind of update needed, StreamYard will not work at all. It does weird stuff immediately. So always restart your machine before you go live.
Pro tip. I like it.
So I'm on a lead because of this. So, but right, anything else to say, Stato?
Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for being on, and thank you for coming back for the indie beer review. I've been Stencil Artisan and Statistical Zero. Thank you very much. I'm going to press the button now. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. I've got to press the other button now. Bye bye.